Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be showing you how to make this lovely off-shoulder tops. As you've all have seen, there is a new love for off-shoulder outfits nowadays, and I can see why, because they are so cute and so adorable. And today I'll be showing you how to make an off-shoulder top of your own. So if you're interested in learning, continue watching this video. Let's get started. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your elastic and you're going to use this to measure your bust. Make sure it fits perfectly on your bust and will not fall down, so you might need to stretch it just a little bit. Then you're going to cut it with the scissors and use the rest of the elastic to measure your shoulders. My elastic fitted perfectly on my shoulders, so I didn't need to cut any off, but if you have any excess, just cut it off. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to measure our waist. So I added 2 inches onto my waist measurement just to make it a bit more baggy after I took my measurement. And then I started measuring the length of the blouse. So I started from my bust downwards and I wanted mine to be a bit cropped, so I stopped at my waist. Now we're going to cut the first part of our top. So I measured about 9 inches and added 2-inch seam allowance. And then I began to cut in accordance to the pattern so it can be straight. And that's the first part. Now for the body, so using the measurements we took earlier of our waist, I added another 2-inch seam allowance, and then I folded the fabric towards the line that I drew just so I could save some fabric. I also added the length of the cloth earlier and added 2 extra inches. So using that length, I cut across and I ended up with a rectangle. And this is going to be our body of our fabric. Next we're going to do some hemming. So I started off by folding about 1/2 inch and then folded 1 inch and just pinned it so I can get the pattern straight so it can look a lot neater. I did this because I will be putting the elastic inside this, but for the other side you just hem 1/2 inch and stitch. When you're stitching this, stitch as closely as possible to the edge so you can have enough space for your elastic to fit in. Next I took the body of my outfit and I began to stitch them together. Make sure you stitch it the right way round, and now just press it and make sure it's facing down so it can be neat and nicely shaped. Next thing we're going to do the same thing we did earlier by folding 1/2 inch and folding 1 inch in so we can fit our elastic in, and also 1/2 inch for the bottom stitch as well. Make sure you pin the patterns together and make sure you pin as straight as possible so the patterns can look aligned. And make sure you leave a hole, a little bit of a hole. So don't stitch to the end, just leave a hole so the elastic can go in. Also, I forgot to say, with your top part of your outfit, you need to do the same thing, leave a bit of hole so the elastic can go into that one as well. Now we're going to start putting the elastic in there. So my elastic doesn't get lost inside, I put a safety pin there, and this is what I'm going to use to pull it through the fabric. I also put a normal pin at the end just so I can keep an eye on the end of it, but you don't have to do that. I'm just a bit clumsy, so I tend to take extra care. You just pull it all the way through until it gets to the other side of your hole. After you've done this, then you're going to take your elastic and stitch it together. You're going to stitch it numerous times. So you're going to stitch it forward and then reverse about 4 or 5 times to make sure it's secure. Also pin it first for support. So forward, backwards, forward, backwards, forward, backwards, about 4 or 5 times. I tend to get a bit carried away here, so I've obviously done like 6 times. But anyway, so we are almost done. All we need to do now is just try and get the middle of the fabric and pin the middle to each other, so the stitching can be at the side. And you're just gonna join them together just by stitching a straight line through it, so you can have armholes basically. And that's it, it's all done. This is the end result. So I styled this top with a casual blue jeans and high knee length boots for a casual day out and about. I also created a skirt to go along with this top. If you're interested in learning how to make this skirt, please comment below and like this video and I will show you how to make it. Thanks very much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and like. See you next time. Bye bye.